The concluding paragraphs of this sutta gave us a brief survey of Buddhist cosmology. The Buddhist cosmos is divided into three broad realms: the sense sphere realm, Kama Dhatu, the form realm, Rupa Dhatu, and the formless realm, Arupa Dhatu, each comprising a range of subsidiary planes. The sense sphere realm, our realm, is so called because the beings reborn here are strongly driven by sensual desire. The realm is divided into two levels: the bad destinations and the good destinations. The bad destinations or states of misery apaya are three in number: the hells, states of intense torment. See Majjhima Nikaya 129 and 130, not included in this anthology, the animal kingdom, and the sphere of spirits, petty vijaya, beings afflicted with incessant hunger, thirst, and other sufferings. These are the realms of retribution for the 10 unwholesome paths of karma. Footnotes number 6. Oh, it's a long footnotes. Buddhist texts of somewhat later date than the older strata of the Canon add a fourth bad destination, the realm of the Asuras. In the old Canon, the Asuras are depicted as titanic beings engaged in perpetual conflict with the Devas, but are not assigned to a separate realm. Since the living conditions as described in the Canon can hardly be called unbearably miserable, the commentators identify the Asuras that constitute the fourth bad destination, not with the Asuras who battle against the Devas, but with a class of beings in the realm of afflicted spirits. Needless to say, the picture of the realms that emerges when the Asuras are considered distinct becomes somewhat blurred. If they are beings who fight against the Devas, they aren't depicted as living in abject misery. If they are a class of beings in the spirit realm, there seems no reason to treat them as a separate realm. So this is an explanation of the Asuras realm. Okay, so now we are, after finishing the unwholesome karma, we take a look at the Buddhist cosmology. Yeah. It is divided in three broad realms. Highlight this. Sense sphere realm, form realm, and formless realm. Yeah, what we have read just now is the first one, the sense sphere realm. Why is it called sense sphere? Because the beings reborn here are strongly driven by sensual desire, like us, human realms, and also animals, using all these senses to get by every day. And also, yeah, actually we haven't covered the human realm, it's below here. Hells, animal, and sphere of spirits. Yeah, hell, animal, and sphere of spirits are the three bad destinations. What are the good destinations? Okay, let's read on to find out. Sister Saiken, would you like to read?
Okay, the good destinations in the sense sphere realm are the human world and the 6 sensual heavenly planes. The latter are the Devas in the heaven of the 4 great kings, who are presided over by 4 powerful Devas, namely the 4 great kings. The Tavatimsa Devas, presided over by Saka, a devotee of the Buddha who is faithful but prone to negligence. See the Saka Samyutta, Samyutta Nikaya chapter 11, and the Yama Devas, and then the Devas of the Tusita heaven, the abode of a Bodhisattva before his final birth, the Nimanarati Devas, the gods who delight in creating, and the Paranimittavasavati Devas, the gods who control what is created by others. The karmic cause for rebirth into the good destinations of the sense sphere realm is the practice of the 10 cores of wholesome action.
Okay, thanks, Sister Sakyang. So this is describing, firstly, the good destinations in the sense sphere realm. There are two. Yeah. Human world and the heavenly realms. Yeah. The heavenly realms, the heavenly planes, are divided into 6 here. Which what Sister Sakyang has just read. Yeah. It's all this. Okay, let me highlight this, just the realms. This is the first one. This is the second one, the Tawatimsa Devas. Third one, the Yama Devas. And the fourth one, Nimanarati Devas. 1, 2, 3.
Tusita first.
Tusita. Oh, this one. Oh, okay. Devas of the Tusita heavens. Let me highlight. And then the last one, Paranimittavasavati Devas. So depending on our merits, we will be reborn in, if our merits are more wholesome, we will be reborn in the better Devas realm. Okay. Here it's mentioned at the last line, if you want to be reborn in the good destinations, we have to practice the 10 causes of wholesome actions. Actually, not too bad. We are in human realm, so we are in the good destinations. Means that we have good merits in the past. Not bad. Okay. This is a pretty long one, but Sister Shomei, would you like to read? You're muted.
In the form realm, the grosser types of material form are absent. In its denizens, known as Brahmas, enjoy bliss, power, luminosity, and the vitality far superior to the beings in the sense sphere realm. The form realm consists of 16 planes. These are the objective counterparts of the 4 jhanas. Attainment of the first jhana leads to rebirth among Brahma's assembly, the ministers of Brahma, and the Mahabrahmas, according to whether it is developed to an inferior, middling, or superior degree. The second jhana, attained in the in the same 3 degrees, leads respectively to rebirth among the devas of unlimited limited radiance, of measureless radiance, and of streaming radiance. The third jhana, attained in the same 3 degrees, leads respectively to rebirth among the devas of limited glory, of measureless glory, and of refulgent glory. The fourth jhana ordinarily leads to rebirth among the devas of great fruit, but if developed with a feeling of disgust for perception, it will conduce to rebirth among the non-percipient beings who lack perception. The form realm also comprises 5 planes reserved exclusively for the rebirth of non-returners, called pure abodes: Aviha, Atapa, Sudasa, Sudasi, and Akanita. In each of the subtle form planes, the lifespan is said to be of enormous duration and to increase significantly with each higher plane.
Okay. Thanks, Sister Shori. Let's take a look at notes number 7. I here describe the spheres of rebirth corresponding to the 4 jhana in accordance with the cosmology of scholastic Theravada Buddhism. Other schools of early Buddhism, based on texts parallel to the Nikayas, divided up the terrain of the 4 jhanas realms somewhat differently. So this one talking about the form realm, where the grosser types of material form are absent. So from 1st jhana to 4th jhana, respectively, if you reach higher stage of jhana, then it will lead to rebirth, to a much finer and glorious realm. So for example here, the 4th jhana leads to rebirth among the devas of great fruit. And then it also conduces to rebirth among the non-percipient beings, beings who lack perception. Here is also mentioned 5 planes reserved exclusively for the rebirth of non-returners, called the pure abodes. All these things. So, from what I can recall, what Bhikkhu Bodhi said, this pure abodes is actually parallel to the pure lands. If you recall, the definition of the pure land, after you go, if you can enter the pure land, and then you will be reborn. You will get enlightened after getting the pure land. So this one, non-returners, has the same definition. Okay, next, Sister Billy, would you like to read?
Thank you. In the 3rd realm of existence, material form is non-existent and bare mental processes exist. Hence, it is called the Formless Realm. This realm consists of 4 planes, which are the objective counterparts of the 4 formless meditative attainments, after which they are named the base of the infinity of space, the base of the infinity of consciousness, the base of nothingness, and the base of neither perception nor non-perception. The lifespans ascribed to these realms are respectively 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, and 84,000 great yawns. For the duration of 1 yawn, see text 1.4.3.
Thanks, Sister Billy. So this 3rd realm of existence, it corresponds to the 4 formless meditative attainments. If you can recall what we read from the Noble Eightfold Path, let me highlight this, which the name is exactly the same mentioned here, which Sister Billy has just read. And the lifespans are different, respectively. 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, 84,000 great eons. How long is 1 eon? Go to this text to find out. In short, it's extremely long. Okay. Sister Aikim, would you like to continue?
Okay. The Buddhist cosmology, existent in every realm, being the product of a karma with a finite potency, is necessary impermanent. Beings take rebirth into a realm appropriate for their karma or deeds, experience the good or bad results, and then, when the generative karma has spent its force, they pass away to take rebirth elsewhere, as determined by still another karma that has found the opportunity to ripen. Hence, the torments of hell, as well as the joys of heaven, no matter how long they may last, are bound to pass. The Buddha guides those whose spiritual faculties are still tender to aspire for a human or heavenly rebirth, and teaches them the lines of conduct that conduce to the fulfillment of their aspirations, but he urges those with matured faculties to make a determined effort to put an end to the aimless wandering of samsara and reach the deathless nibbana, which transcends all conditioned planes of beings. Thank you.
Thanks, Sister Akim. Okay, this one, let me highlight in red. This one, let me highlight in blue. Okay, so this paragraph talks about whichever realms you're reborn to. Yeah, no matter how long they last, if you read before, the longest one here is 84,000 great eons. Yeah. Even that realm. Yeah. No matter how long they may last, are bound to pass. Bhikkhu Bodhi warns here. So, because of that, while you can still aspire to be reborn in heavenly realms, yeah, for spiritual faculties who are still tender, yeah, like some of us, or most of us, but those with mature faculties, yeah, the Buddha urges them to make a determined effort to put an end to an aimless wandering, to reach the deathless nibbana, and finally transcends samsara, all conditioned planes of being. Any questions or comments from you?
After reading all this, so many planes of existence, that is different from us, the devas, the what do you call, what space, unlimited space or something. All these jhanas, it seems very distant from me, from what we are, every day dealing with human realms. What we can see is only human realms, animal realms. And in the 7th month, maybe the hungry ghost realm, and we hear stories about being reborn in the hell and all that. Of course, we hear the stories of the devas. Just now when we read, right, the Tusita heaven is where the Maitreya Buddha is now. Yeah, all Buddhas were sent from the Tusita heaven to be reborn as a human, and then they will teach the Dharma. So whatever that's the planes of existence and all that, I think we don't have to experience ourselves each and one of them, because you see there are so many aeons and all that. I think the importance here is to treasure and cherish our human life, and like what Bhikkhu Bodhi say, strive, at least try to keep to the moral discipline, and so that we can have a fortunate rebirth and practice the 10 wholesome, conduct. And yeah, and then of course, if we can, we should try to get rid of rebirth so that we don't wander in this samsara anymore. But because we are in the sensual desire realm, right, the sense sphere realm, so yeah, it's all these sensual pleasures that tie us. Unless we can see through, renounce, and don't get attached, otherwise it is still inside the samsara. Yeah. So maybe I just want to say, strive on with diligence, and hopefully we can also attain Nibbana one day. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for the comments, Sister Saiken. Yeah, I think what you mentioned, that seems distant to us for now. Yeah, maybe in our past lives, Even human life seems distant to us, but here we are, we attain a human life. Even though it might not seem like we attain it, you know, we are just born, but maybe in the past we have done a very wholesome merits to give us to finally reach this stage and even get to encounter the Dharma. I would say that is no small feat. But thanks for the comment, Sister Second. Anyone else would like to add? If not, Brother Hodji, would you like to do the dedication?
回向，因消三障诸烦恼，愿得智慧真明了，普愿罪障悉消除，世事常死不长。
谢谢 Brother Hodji. Till we meet again, may we be guided by the Buddha, Dhamma, and the Sangha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Have a formless Tuesday ahead. Thanks everyone, and see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.